Hello, hello Libra. Welcome to your December 2018 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Libra. And let's go ahead, tune in to your body. If anything's coming up, just go ahead and notice it. If you can hear tearing, my cat is scratching his post. So just in case the audio picks that up, wanted to throw that out there. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I have new tarot spreads available. I redid my website in part, so you're welcome to check that out. All the links are in the description box. And let's see what's coming up for Libra today. Okay, first thing we have, generous people have more to give. Okay, so this is about communicating abundance, especially if you are feeling like you have a lack of time, a lack of money, a lack of anything really. What you can do is start operating from a place of being generous with that resource, and you might see an influx of what you receive because you're communicating, I have enough abundance to share this with other people. Now, this is a family affirmators card, and so family can be defined however you want it to be. It's not just blood relatives, so however you want to hear this is what will work. Consolation. I am kind and supportive. I am a kind and supportive family member. And I give that support as willingly as a golden retriever. When someone I care about is feeling down, I'll console them and pick them back up. Not literally, unless they're much, much smaller than me. But even in that case, I'll remember to lift with my legs because kind and supportive people aren't immune to back issues. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that well. But again, this is about like caring for the people that you care about. Again, that's how this is being defined, and I want to remind you of that. So let yourself kind of be in support of those you care about. You might find that there's more of a reason to do that this month than usual. So just see where that takes you. And then we have gifts from the past. So making maybe something coming back up, something that has been kind of stalled out might be moving forward. This can also show up in resolution to things that have kind of gone away. But gifts from the past is just like things are beginning to pick up in pace or come back to be healed in present time. So keep your eyes peeled for that in December. Okay, now the central energy for you in December is the Eight of Swords. So it's kind of that confinement that could be tripping you up. This is something where you can easily get out of it. Let's see what the crossing energy is first. We have the Page of Swords, so maybe this is the exact thing that you're confronting in December is, you know, you felt confined, you felt scared, you felt whatever was coming up, and now you're actually defying the very thing that's inspiring that, you know, the way you're limiting yourself. So this is just coming up and for you to really face the things that scare you or that are making you feel limited. So, and this looks like it's going to be a huge push month for Libra. Like all of this progress is being made in December. And then let's see what's shifting out for you. We have the Empress. I'm going to clarify this one because it's kind of... I'm like, what information is missing from this? Because there's definitely something missing here. Seven of Rods. So you might find that how you receive is the thing that's changing, because the Seven of Rods is like, I'm trying, and just spinning your wheels in the mud, or feeling like you have to fend off a bunch of things. And so that looks like it's moving out, and you're kind of, with the Empress, this might have something to do with female relationships in some capacity. This can also be a part of yourself, which is like, I need to carry the responsibility, carry the burden exclusively. Even if it's for other people, and it might be that fatigue energy, because that's more of the dark side of the Empress, is taking responsibility for things that aren't actually yours. And so you might have been carrying all this weight, and that is the thing that's leaving, and that might even be contributing to the thing that's making you feel confined as well, is the way that you've been limiting yourself by carrying other people's baggage. So the oncoming energy, Queen of Swords, this is you feeling like you're back being yourself, because the Queen of Swords is, this is all air energy up here. So it's kind of like you're going from this old pattern or habit that you've been engaging in for a while. You confront it and then master it as a result. So this is a natural progression of things that's happening. It's like and this is a huge palate cleanser for you, stepping away from being overly responsible, or, carrying things for other people, and then moving into, I'm doing things for myself in the manner that I desire. And the Queen of Swords is really good about claiming what she wants and going out and scooping that up, taking it for herself. And so you're able to kind of embody that in the coming months, if you're not already moving into that. But again, this energy, the Queen of Swords, can be really challenging, especially for Libra, which is a really gentle sign. And so the Queen of Swords, even though this is your queen, it can also be really challenging to embody. So that's kind of why you're getting all this practice with this air this month. And then the outward manifestation, we have the Six of Swords moving on up. It's like you really are moving into a new chapter. This is, I would say, you are seriously closing not just a chapter, but a full book at the end of 2018. So this month is absolute resolution and preparing you to take on the coming year. But it's like that final push of, okay, now we're really moving on. I guess I'll show you this card again in case you didn't see it. But the butterflies are kind of moving over the bridge. And that's what you are, that's what you're doing this month. Really moving forward in a way that you probably weren't anticipating. But this looks really solid. So let's see what's happening in the subconscious. We have the Magician. You're creating your reality. The things that you desire are up for the taking. And remember that the Magician is the embodiment of manifestation. And so that's also something you can carry with you, is thought in itself is not what manifests. It is thought plus word plus action. It's the energy, what you're communicating energetically on a consistent basis is what manifests. So if you say something's important to you, or you want something to improve and grow, then you need to back that up. And so that's kind of what's starting to bubble up, is you're realizing what it is that you want to bring into form in the material world. And so it's just about being diligent in all the ways that you can. Great time for vision boarding, great time to really set your intentions when it comes to manifestation, great time to put together a visualization for yourself. So let yourself go there. Let yourself dream a little bit bigger in December and start asking for things and then putting action behind them, because the payoff for you when it comes to manifestation. Also, if you have Virgo energy, that was another big sign that had a lot of manifestation energy going on. So, yeah, that's something that is well worth the investment. And the advice for you is the Hermit. It's okay to take time for yourself. I'm going to clarify this one though. What else outside of just introspection? Because this is like, think about what you want, think about your desires. And then we have the Tower. So this is kind of where, once you identify, hey, this is that thing that I want, you have to take action. Like, you can't just think about it or say it and expect that to be enough. Like, you have to embody it, you have to feel it, you have to move into that energetically. And so the Tower is kind of the breakdown, or the being swept off your feet by what you're now investing in. And so take this very, very seriously, because what you decide for yourself, what you commit to, what you take action on in this month, and how you set yourself up for the coming year, because it's a big, the reason why the new year is a big deal is because it's like a giant reset button that people are hitting collectively. And so that's why the energy is so potent. And it's one of those things that you can really have a total transformation and shift in your foundation if you're being intentional, specific, and communicating with action and embodying the things that you want. So the Tower is showing up in a really positive light, because it's that being swept off your feet by all the new things that you have coming in. Now, external influences, we have the Seven of Wands making an appearance again. This is just about kind of, gosh, I think that this is actually communicating pace to me. I think December is going to be like, oh, here and gone. Poof. Like, it's totally going to be a quick month. So it just seems like you have a lot going on. And again, that's kind of why you want to be intentional with doing things that are important to you and really focusing on your desires. Like, if there's something you want, then you need to give that some attention, because things are going to be moving very quickly in December for you. So for some of you, that this is going to be like, yes, this is like the greatest thing ever, especially coupled here with this gifts from the past card. Like, things are moving really quickly. The pace is getting faster. And then for others of you, it's kind of like, be careful with this, just because you might miss an opportunity if you're not focusing your attention on what you want to grow this month. Because then it might be like, oh my God, January is already here, crap. So that's where this is kind of hit or miss, depending on what you do with it. Hopes and fears, we have the Nine of Swords. So this is a really natural, this is the fear card, right? I'm scared of challenging myself. Things seem and feel much more intense or more significant than they actually are. I would say anytime, this card is going to come up anytime you do things differently, anytime you challenge yourself, anytime you are breaking patterns or doing any healing work. There's always going to be that fear that can come up, and that's okay. It's a normal thing to experience. So I would say be skeptical of it. You don't have to buy it. That's the thing with the Nine of Swords. It can come up. You can be afraid, but you don't need to buy the story. You don't need to believe everything that you think. It's kind of like, thought can be really powerful for manifestation, for your mood, for your perspective, but in the same breath, it's like you don't have to buy into this just because it's coming up. And the outcome of December, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful card to have wrapping up the end of December. This is, again, this is showing like a gift. Similar to how you had this card, it seems like that's kind of the theme that's being carried over. But it's like a new door is opening. That's what I said. Like 2018, you're closing a full book. Like it's not just a chapter. And so this is really where I think towards the end of the month, it's like things are just going to get increasingly better and better and better. Yes, I know people are going to come after me in the comment section for saying that, but it's really something that if that's the truth that you choose to believe, then you're going to be in a better position than if you're constantly focusing on the glass being half empty. Remember, you don't have to accept the Ace of Pentacles. You can say that's garbage, this isn't happening at all. You can totally like undercut all of the opportunities and abundance that you have coming in, or you can accept it. So this is at your discretion. This is up to you. You have free will over what you receive and what you don't. So you're powerful, you're important, you have the ability to create anything that you want, and the more you allow yourself to remember that, the better off you're going to be. So this is a beautiful way to end the month. I think you're going to be in a really good position at the end of December. And let's go ahead and get into the timeline. So if you're new to my channel, the timeline starts here for the month. So this will be the beginning of December, the first quarter or week about. Second, third, and fourth quarter, that'll be where you end up at the end of the month. First thing, first quarter, enlightenment. Your enlightenment will unearth your higher consciousness. So again, it's about realizing your own strength, your own power, your own abilities. And the more you're able to kind of hold on to that light that you have, the easier this month is going to be. So it's kind of like that's the tone that you're setting off the month with. Is just like being really in tune with your higher self, your desires, your wants, your needs, etc., etc. Okay, quarter two, friendship. When individuals with common bonds cross your path, friendship is discovered. So this, I think this is kind of that social side that's starting to come up mid-month. Where you might find there's more events to go to, there's more people around, there's more things to do. You might even be welcoming more people into your space. So the friendship piece is really, it just seems like things are gonna be, or like opportunities are coming through friendship. That's the other piece of this, is like there might be some doors that open as a result of seeing more people, going out more, socializing. Third quarter, we have courage. Courage is found in the power of the heart's truth. So again, this has to do with getting in touch with your higher self, right? The enlightenment piece. And then it also is speaking to the Nine of Swords that we had show up here. And the courage card is reminding you that failure isn't, and I know this sounds ridiculous, but failure isn't possible. Like it's simply not something that, it's not a thing. It's a concept that you can buy into. But in the macro, in the big picture, there really isn't any failure in this. So it's kind of like that can actually be a space that liberates you and supports you in taking guided risks, right? You know, things that are really calling to you, that might be scary, that might be uncomfortable, but at the end of the day are gonna push you into bigger and better. All right, and then wrapping up the month, this is where you'll end up at the end of December. inspiration, be open to a world of endless possibilities. This is corresponding to the Ace of Pentacles perfectly, because all of this is like the information that you're receiving, the guidance that you're getting, the opportunities that you stumble upon. All of them are really, really just blessing you. So let that be something that you carry with you throughout December. Is just like the inspiration is going to keep coming, and the more you act on it, the more in alignment you're going to feel. And as usual, we have a 3-card pick. So you're welcome to pick as few or as many cards as you'd like. Ask a question. Maybe you just want advice today, whatever it is. Just tune in. First thing coming up, 3 of Wands. So it's kind of like you're mapping a few things out, and this is about thinking big picture. And again, this is the energy that's really going to help you be courageous and be brave and be bold and be vulnerable with what you desire, is by thinking long term, thinking about, well, when I'm 80, if I don't take this risk, what am I going to say about it? That's kind of the perspective that you can hold with this 3 of Rods energy. Card number 2, 8 of Rods. So, oh, this is kind of funky. I'm actually, and I know that this isn't the traditional card meaning, but I'm getting a really strong emphasis on home, and nesting is going to be really important for you. This does come up from time to time in terms of like creating a stable foundation or infrastructure for yourself. And so that's definitely coming up here, is just being willing to look at what you need to do at home. Home seems to be important. So see if there's anything you need to change, if there's anything you need to adjust, if there's anything you want to do at home, then this would be a great time to do it. It just looks like a lot of the rest you need, the relaxation, the recouping is all coming from home. And then card number 3, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So work. It all takes effort. And the more you align your efforts with the things that you want and need, the easier this is going to be and the faster it's going to manifest. So remember that you need to back up your manifestations with aligned action. All right, so that is all that I have for you today. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed reading for you. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description box. All the decks that I've used today are listed out in the description box as well. And if you want to support the channel, there's a bunch of ways to do that. Again, link is in the description box if you're looking to send some love and support. And until next time, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful December. Thank you to each and every one of you. And a special shout out to those of you who work with me. You guys are what make this channel possible, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for you. So thank you. And I wish you nothing but the best. Have a good one, Libra. Bye-bye.